Hello, everybody. Welcome to Expert Matters. We are excited to welcome a very special guest today, Mr. Princejeet Singh. He's an experienced sales professional who has worked with top renowned companies. From handling multi crore portfolios to onboarding global enterprise clients, he brings a wealth of knowledge in B2B sales, SaaS, and fintech. Today's session is all about helping you understand what a career in sales looks like and what skills you need and how can you start preparing while still in college. So get ready to learn, ask questions and be inspired. Let's dive in. Thank you so much, Prince Reed, for joining us today.
Anytime, Shruti. The pleasure is all mine.
Can we start by getting an introduction about your journey? How has it been? How did you start? So that, we can ask you a lot of questions today.
Absolutely makes sense. So, Shruti, my academic journey, I'm born brought up in Asansol, it's in West Bengal. Post my school days, I went to St. Xavier's College, Calcutta for my BCom honors. Post that, I did my MBA from Institute of Management, Nirman University. Post that, I have worked with three organizations. I started my journey with a bank. Then I moved to Bangalore and I switched to a global SaaS company. And currently, I'm working as an enterprise sales manager at Pine Labs Online, handling the online payment side of things.
Got it. Understood. Can you tell us how you got started in sales and what attracted to choose this career?
So I was I had made up my mind that I would want to go in sales post my during my school days itself, because I come from a business background. So had seen my dad selling since my childhood days. So I was also keen that I want to move to sales, but the definition of sales evolved as I move forward my academic journey. So what I saw in my childhood was completely different with what I'm exactly doing right now. So yeah, the passion was for sales was there since childhood, and now it's kept on growing. And right now, yeah, I want to be one of the future sales leader in the country.
Got it. And how does a traditional sales role is different for enterprise sales role? Because, in sales, generally you're making cold calls, you're meeting people. Is it similar to what usually the sales is interpreted in front of students or young minds, or is it a little different?
See, the sales definitions changes from industry to industry. When we are talking about software sales, it's completely different with what you guys like. We go to malls and the selling is completely different in the retail format, right? So yeah, the sales is quite different when we switch. Sales is different in banking, sales is different in B2B setup, sales is different in B2P setup. So yeah, it's different.
Got it. And what are the most important, you understand technicalities of the role, even as a fresher. If I, get into sales as a beginner, as a fresher, I will be given proper hand holding initially, at least. I will be make sure that my company's, helps me to build the technical skill set and they'll introduce me to the product lines and services. But at the same time, what kind of soft skills or what kind of, non-technical skills are important in this role?
See, for me, the one mantra which has worked quite well for me is that when you are in sales, don't focus on selling. The focus should not be on selling. The focus should be on solving problems, like how your product which you are selling can solve the other customer's need. So basically, you have to understand your product through and out. So once you have that technical knowledge and you are confident about your product, then sellings become easy. So I think the person should have the skill set of have a great communication skill where they listen more, understand the user's problem, dive, ask them questions, understand what are the pain points they are facing, what are the current competitors' product they are using, and then they can tailor the pitch accordingly and put a value proposition that how their product will be able to meet the customer's need. So yeah, this is the mantra which I follow, and it has worked quite well for me in my last 4 years.
Got it. So you have to personalize each and every conversation you have with your client or your internal stakeholders.
Absolutely. Personalization is quite important. Empathy is quite important. So the person should know that you are there to help him out throughout the journey. It
Mm-hmm.
starts from the process of prospecting till the time you close the sale. And even after sales service is quite important. That he
Got
knows he is my guy if I need any solution regarding to a particular problem which they are solving. So he would directly reach out to me and get it solved via me. So
Got
yeah,
it. What
that
kind of major challenges do you face in your role? Because you mentioned that communication is one of the biggest, skill set which you need to develop being a sales professional. But at the same time, you definitely have some challenges while talking to a client or maybe internally when you're talking to your internal stakeholders. So can you give us an idea about how does it look like? And also tell us while you tell that about how do you manage rejections or pressure from your, internal targets and parameters?
see, it's quite simple. Every client brings a new challenge. I won't reframe it as a challenge. I would rather frame it as a learning. So basically, you learn from every sale, every client you meet, every sale you do. And challenges, like you will face rejection, but you will learn something from it and you will implement when you face some similar situation, tricky situation next time. So yeah, challenges are there. Challenges can be in the form of pricing, that a competitor is selling the same product at a cheaper price, but then you have to justify why you are charging that premium. You are charging that premium that because you are getting that quality of a product with selling to them, where they can trust on that and they know that this will impact their revenues massively. The challenges can be with respect to product or customer success, customer support which they need. So you have to align things internally with product, with customer success team. So there is a hunt. So I come from a hunting team where I bring on new logos to the company, but then there is a after sales team which is known as customer success team in our organization. So they have to handle the client very well. So once the client is closed, it doesn't mean that you have achieved your numbers. You have to drive the numbers. You have to nurture the client quite well. You have to upsell, cross sell different products to the client so that you can optimize your company's revenue and get the best out of a client. So yeah, challenges are there, but the thing is quite simple. Just focus on solving the problem. That's it.
Right. So you would rather, not make it transactional and make it, a lifelong connect or maybe build a network through your clients.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because see, the sales cycle is quite different when you are pursuing different type of sales. So in B2C, the sales cycle can be a week max to max. But when you come to complex sale for a B2B solution, I have closed clients in 3 months. I have chased a client for a year. So the average sales cycle is between 3 to 6 months. So when you are spending such time and the client is also putting so much integration efforts, doing technicalities, and coming on board, they also expect a very long term relationship, and it should be
Mhm.
such tight relationship that the client thinks 10 times before moving out of the system and
Right.
implementing a new partner. So yeah,
Right.
that's how we roll.
I think building trust on your clients, you plays a very huge role in this process.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
definitely have worked with a lot of renowned companies, big brands, and you,
I have onboarded the biggest logos of the country. I have onboarded, I will just name a couple of them. I have onboarded Titan Group, I have onboarded Misho, I have onboarded Zepto in my company. So yeah,
great.
it's
How
it's
do
there.
you, I mean, what is your strategy to build a trust as a sales professional?
So the trust, so to build the trust, you should keep a transparency with your customer. You should be honest to them. You should tell them what is there available with you, what is not available with you. If something is not available with you, how you will try to get that things available for them. So yeah, you have to make them on board. They should know that this person is an honest guy. He is trying to serve them better and make them their process and their life simpler. So you
Hmm.
have to step in their shoes and make their life simpler. That's the mantra, and then automatically the trust builds on, and as per time, it's just grow stronger and stronger.
Definitely. Can you also help us understand what is the most exciting or rewarding part of your job?
Obviously, the money, the incentives, that's the most rewarding part. But yeah, just kidding. But apart from that, like if you are truly a salesperson at a heart, and if you are able to bring the biggest logos and bring a great impact to your organization, so it definitely gives you a kick. So yeah, I think that's the most rewarding part when the senior management recognizes your hard work. And obviously the money is there, as I told you.
Definitely. See, we at ISBR we have MBA degrees and PGDM degrees,
Yeah.
especially in marketing. And marketing students are great at their soft skills. They have great communication skills, and they're very creative. But when it comes to building a career in sales or maybe getting an opportunity to start in sales, they get very, they get very stringent and resistant that it is going to be a whole new number game and not a career where you can build into it. What is going to be your advice for them who are exactly, absolutely creative in their mind? They have great enthusiasm, they love their work, but at the same time they are afraid of the numbers.
See, I think that there is pros and cons in every kind of a job you would want to thrive for. But when it particularly comes to sales, yeah, number game is always there. But if you focus on achieving your numbers, then I think that you might carry a baggage already on your shoulders. So rather, you should just focus on solving the customer need and build a solid pipeline. So I think it's very easy. You just have to get into the process, understand. You will get ample of time. No company will tell you that you have to go and sell on day one. They will give you time to understand the product. They will give you time to learn. They will give you time to build your pipeline. And if you are very diligent at work, and if you are quite disciplined with the process you follow, obviously seniors are there to guide you. Then I don't think so it should be a challenge. And once it becomes like the everything comes into a cycle, I think it become quite easy to achieve numbers. And trust me, when sales people are achieving their numbers, it seems to be the easiest job out there.
Definitely. I think it's a wonderful piece of example, and it's a wonderful piece of advice as well. It's very realistic, it's very inspiring, and it gives a very borderline approach that you should not just focus on the parameters of the job, but create an overall impact in your role. So I
Yeah,
think that's a wonderful piece of advice. You
totally.
yourself, Princejeet, you have done an MBA in marketing. How does MBA has helped you, to build your career and to contribute or maybe transition your life as all? Does it have an impact?
Absolutely, absolutely, it has an impact. So see, theoretical knowledge one is studying since school days, right? But in MBA, apart from the theoretical knowledge, you get to connect with people. Networking is quite important. And apart from that, you like students participate in case competition, business case studies, which basically gives them a challenge, and they get an idea how a complex business problem is solved. Might be in finance, might be in operation, might be in sales. So I think that is a good learning which one can count on when they start their professional journey. So it definitely helps. But I would like give a piece of advice to the students that they should definitely pass in participate in all such extracurricular activities, not
Mhm.
just focusing on getting good marks. So this would definitely help them, and try to build good connections in the college with the alumni, with different sales leaders or different leaders of the different organization on for the domain which they want to target in future. So
Mhm.
that definitely helps. That definitely helps. So they should start investing in their LinkedIn profile since the B school days.
Right. That's a wonderful piece of advice. Thank you so much, Princejeet. I think that's it. You have shared your insights, and these are very valuable and core insights, which, not everybody who has not tasted a part of sales can give. So I think that was a wonderful piece of advice. Thank you so much for joining us today and, sharing your piece and sharing your experience.
I just have one last piece of advice.
Yes, please.
No matter you join sales, no matter you join operations, no matter you join finance, just be disciplined with your work. Just take the accountability, be responsible. And if you just follow these three mantras, I think wherever you are there, you will be recognized, your hard works will be recognized, and you can climb up the ladder very fast.
That's a wonderful, again, I think that is something which you need to sit with and let it sink in. To all the people, all the students who are watching this video, and if you think that it has sparked your interest in sales and take it as a sign to explore further, you can connect with me or Princejeet on LinkedIn. I'm going to attach it in the description. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you again next time. Thank you so much, Princejeet.
Thanks, Shruti. Have a great day. Bye.